So the Bucks win the tip. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or in particular,
evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. And whatever your system is, it's got to be tailored to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around. And I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
George with the bucket.
Taking advantage of that length inside, George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
Thomas deciding where to go with it.
What the? This has to do eat me up. Okay.
Oh, he had him spinning. It looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Here's A-Train. He's started by Thomas. A-Train. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
First quarter of play. 1 minute played. Thomas kicks to Lopez. DiVincenzo against George. Outside for Thomas. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. They'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Last time they met was
Give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also give those starters some rest.
Dude.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Why is it? Okay, why am I playing these dudes so close?
Most dominant big scorer since Shaq himself.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's A-Train, and it goes big with the top over Brook Lopez.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And so it's Milwaukee now. Basket by Los Angeles. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can GA take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. But none of it feels like an exaggeration.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start off the game. Middleton outside. Back to DiVincenzo. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. So it sounds like they want to turn Kawhi Leonard into a passer tonight. Coach told his team, we have to make someone else beat us. That means running 2, even 3 defenders at Kawhi. So be it. See if that strategy leads to multiple stops. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The Bucks won their last contest, that game against the Pistons in Detroit. Here's A-Train. Lopez with the block.
Big hit Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block.
That was a foul, bruh.
A 3 off the inbound. Sticks another. 3 more from A-Train. A-Train's got 11.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Lopez outside.
Come on. Oh, come on.
Thomas up top. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Middleton outside. 4 on the clock. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Clippers leading by 4. Here's A-Train. 11 points in the game. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A-game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in that last game, too. When it happens this often, That's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Bucks trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell.
Luke Kennard comes in for Morris.
What's up, Lo? Mellow.
Brooke Lopez is checked in for DJ Wilson. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And Isaiah Thomas subbed in for Augustine. Middleton for 3, hands it from downtown. Middleton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, when you got the jump shot that Chris Middleton has, you're always a weapon, which means you help create spacing for your teammates.
The challenge for the fourth pair is Giannis and Middleton. Thomas is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center.
You might want to get him off of me.
That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Antetokounmpo. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Morris.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit,
hey man, I might go for 50 on this dude.
He has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Lopez sends a screen for Middleton. High post Lopez. Second chance shot. You can't hit that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
In terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged.
What's up, my takeover,
which is
dude?
surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Lopez kicks to Antetokounmpo. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And they double up Giannis. Just 5 to shoot. Lopez a screen on ball. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Ibaka. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
And Thomas has it in the
Oh,
corner.
shit.
And a great assist by Antetokounmpo.
I fell asleep.
Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Thomas, and the shot goes in. Ibaka's got 6.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Thomas.
Oh, he got me.
Look, that one off the back iron and out.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford.
What was that, bro?
Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. trailing by 19. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Shots good from A-Train.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive tonight?
Said people try.
Chief facilitator.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with Milwaukee's head athletic trainer. He said that the issue is a thigh cramp. It's cause for concern, as oftentimes it's difficult to quickly recover. You don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know Greg how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And now let's check out the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Leonard and Morris up in the forward positions. Paul George is out there with A-Train. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That one is good from A-Train. A-Train's got 22.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
All right.
Oh, here's Antetokounmpo. He has 5. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
Man, it's good seeing Antetokounmpo knock these down. Love seeing him extend his range. You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
The 3 from Thomas. It's rebounded by A-Train.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And they sit back in Greece. All of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And here is Thomas. 9 points in the game so far. Shots good by Middleton.
And, you know, there you see the instincts of IT. So again,
2 seconds, really? In the third, you bring me back in?
And that one misses. And as we conclude the third quarter, big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Paul George comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's A-Train in for Reggie Jackson. We've got Thomas. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Oh, Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Patterson, the screen. A nice shot by George.
So he's really been on the roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
It is Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Ibaka. And that one drops for him. Giannis has got 9 points in the quarter.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, he can flat out dominate games at times.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Like a fierce two-hander.
Max Force throwdown.
Now the pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis sets a screen for Thomas. Back to Giannis, and it's caught by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the court.
Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Pass to Forbes.
Oh,
There's
shit.
8:40 left in the game. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Two against one. Maybe
Since halftime,
y'all can get a
tremendous
quick
production
rebound.
from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's A-Train outside ball. Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Thomas. Here he goes. What? Here's Patterson. And he overshot that one.
Okay, I'm trying to hook you up.
Defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse, and they were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for A-Train.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. There's a good screen. There's Thomas at the 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
You know, this guy can beat you off the dribble. He can beat you off the catch. IT's just a hard guy to defend.
Takes it inside. The shot's good from A-Train.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, it's very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So the Clippers.
2 minutes for Nicky.
Yeah.
Over here. Nick?